Hello everyone, my name is Will Bowling and I'm a prospective psychology major here at Berea College. I'm currently a rising sophomore and I'm also in the Entrepreneurship for the Public Good program. And I'm here to tell you how someone may spend 36 hours in Berea, Kentucky. So who is this someone? The persona that I decided to pursue was a female who's aged 65 years old. Her name is Ethel, and she's coming into Berea to spend 36 hours. However, Ethel is not coming alone. She's bringing two of her very best friends to experience the trip along with her. And all three women happen to be retired, and on average, the American retired individual makes $31,742 per year. But these women don't want to come at just any time. They decided that they wanted to start their journey in Berea during the fall. They claim that it's not too hot, but it's not too cold either. Being from a different state, Ethel had no idea what Berea had in store for her. So she decided to call the EPG program and ask me what I thought would be best for her to do while she was here. She told me that she had 36 hours that she could afford to spend, and she wanted to make it count. And I told her that I might have a few ideas. So after our conversation, I noticed there were three main things that she wanted to experience while she was here. The first, art. And boy did she hit it right on the nail. Berea is the folk arts and crafts capital of Kentucky. We're eat up with art. The second thing she pointed out was history. And boy do we have history. Whether it's how John G. Fee started Berea College, or it's the history of the historical Boone Tavern, we have enough here to fill up a couple of textbooks. And lastly, she just wanted a city with some charm. Berea, I would say, definitely had charm. The three women decided that it would be safer and cheaper if they traveled with the group on a tour bus as it passes through Berea. They planned for their arrival time to be around 11:30 a.m., and that's where I come in, because they need help figuring out what to do at Berea. The first thing I recommended was at 12 o'clock p.m. they would stop by Main Street Cafe to try their chicken tenders or their really, really good house salad. At around 1:30 p.m., they could find themselves at the Old Town Artist Village so that they could experience the art, they could buy some souvenirs, and even look through some of the galleries. From there, at 4 o'clock p.m., they could go to the Berea College Visitor Center and ask for a historical tour of the college so they can see really what we're all about. At 5:30 p.m., they could take a leisure stroll up to the Anglin Falls, and trust me, it's not bad at all. At 7 o'clock p.m., they would unpack their bags and eat a very, very elegant and nice dinner at the Boone Tavern. At 9 p.m., they would retire to their beds where they would sleep until the next morning. At 9:30 a.m., they would find themselves eating breakfast and getting a delicious cup of coffee at Berea Coffee and Tea. At 10 o'clock a.m., they would do what Ethel says she was most excited for, the Artisan Center, where you could get charm, history, and art all in one place and all in one building. And after which, they would go to Papolino's Italian and American restaurant at 12 p.m. for an amazing, delicious lunch. At 1:30 p.m., they could travel out to Madison County to visit the Battle of Richmond Museum. It's a spectacular experience if one is interested in the old-timey and homey places for history. At 4 o'clock p.m., they could head over to the Brushy Fork Institute to see what kind of performing arts Berea College has in store. At 6 o'clock p.m., they could go to the Old Town Grill, which is newly opened and beautiful on the inside, where they could have a decadent meal for dinner. At 7:30 p.m., It just so happens it would be a Friday, and they could go see the first Friday show with live music, live art, and even buy some more souvenirs. At 8:30 p.m., right before it closes, they would catch the fudge shop for some delicious orange cream fudge or maybe some ice cream. And finally, at 9 p.m., they would head back to Boone Tavern to rest up for their journey out of Berea. So how did this impact Berea? Well, firstly, the three women did need somewhere to stay, so hotel costs are definitely going to be a factor. They also needed to make sure they had adequate travel accommodations so that their trip was as easy and as comfortable as it could be. Also, they weren't going to leave Berea without a bunch of souvenirs, because they wanted to remember it and also have something to brag about. But then there's food. How could you go to a place and not experience their culture without eating their food? That's definitely going to be a factor. So how did Ethel like it? She absolutely loved it. She says she's coming back, and next time, she's bringing the whole gang.